Hey guys, welcome to Tech Chef. I'm TJ and this video picks up right from the previous one, which was testing the hard drives. If you have not seen it, I would recommend you watch that first and come back to this thereafter. For everyone else following thus far, today I will be setting up a RAID volume. First off, without going too much in detail, I would like to talk about a storage pool compared to a volume. Your applications and users never have access to the storage pool, it is internally available to the NAS. A volume, on the other hand, is contained within a storage pool. This is what your users and applications will be accessing. A storage pool can contain one or many volumes. A volume can only have one storage pool. With that out of the way, let's get started. Go to the control panel. Look for Storage Manager. Access the Disks menu. As you can see, here are our 4 disks, and take note of the color. It is purple, and as per the table, it means it's free. It has not been allocated. To create a volume, click on the storage space. Personally, for me and my needs, I will be creating a volume and not a storage pool. Under New Volume, you have 3 options. I am personally going to use all the space in one volume, and a static volume will be the one for me. Reason being, with this type of volume, is you gain a 20% faster access boost compared to the other volumes. You do lose out on the advanced options like snapshots and block-based LUNs, but for me, I don't plan on using those. So we pick the first option. And at this screen, you need to select the disks you want to use to create the volume on. Let's pick disk 1 as an example. Also take note, on the lower part of the menu, you get the option to choose the type of RAID you wish to implement. That is a single disk RAID. If we select 2 disks, we get the following options: RAID 1, RAID 0, and JBOD, which is just a bunch of disks. RAID 0, as you can see, has a total capacity of 7.26 terabytes. It's same as JBOD. RAID 0 is basically just for performance. There's no redundancy here. If you lose one disk, everything is lost. RAID 1 is a mirror setup, which means whatever is stored on disk 1 is replicated to disk 2, which, as you guessed, you can lose one disk and continue to work. Replace the disk, let it rebuild the RAID, and you'll be back up and running in no time. In these RAID setups, there is an option to choose a hot spare. Besides your 2 disks, it allows you to pick one more disk, disk 3 and 4, which is unallocated. What this means is, if one of your disks from disk 1 or 2 fails, the system will automatically rebuild the RAID with the hot spare with no user intervention. This is very handy in the sense that the system will automatically do this. Then you can purchase another disk and replace the faulty disk. I'm not going to choose that option. Let's take a look at the other options here. As you will see, the moment I select more than 2 disks, it allows me to pick other RAID options. This is a RAID 5 configuration, which is the setup I want to run. This setup requires 3 or more disks. In this scenario, let's say we use all 4 disks, like I'm planning to. RAID 5 is disk striping with parity. I won't go into too much detail, but all you need to know is you can lose any one disk and the system will continue to work. You can then replace the failed disk, let the system rebuild, and you are back up and running. Also, something to take note is the total capacity available when running a RAID 5 setup. You have the total subtract 1 hard drive. So in this config, 4 hard drives at 4 terabytes each is 16 terabytes. Subtract 4 terabytes is 12 terabytes available to use. There is also a RAID 6 config, also known as double parity RAID. In this config, it uses 2 parity stripes on each disk. It allows for 2 disk failures at the expense of the available data capacity. I will not be choosing this option. RAID 10 is also known as RAID 1+0. It combines disk mirroring and disk striping. One disadvantage is only 50% of the total capacity of the drives are available due to the mirroring. That is a general overview on the difference between the RAID options. Personally, for me and the channel, RAID 5 is going to be more than enough until I decide to increase the capacity of the disks. Now, before I go and create RAID 5 setup, I want to run a little test. Let's say you, the viewer, only has the financial capacity, or the store you wish to purchase a disk from only has 2 available at the time being. So you purchase the 2 disks, and the idea is later on to purchase the other 2. So what do? Do you need to recreate the RAID when you get the additional disks? Actually, no, you don't. This is what you need to do. You installed the hard drives, you tested it, and now you're going to create a RAID 1 setup with the goal of expanding the array. Select the 2 hard drives and then pick RAID 1. Leave this as none and click next. Here you can set an alert for threshold. I'm going to leave it as standard. Let's create a shared folder. I will name it YouTube Data. Then click Next. Here you have an overview of all the settings you selected. Confirm it is correct and then click Finish. Yes, we can erase the disks as there are no data on them. The NAS is busy creating the RAID setup, as you can see. Here it is in the process of formatting the drive. Double click to see exactly what is going on. You can see it is synchronizing the RAID setup. It is creating the shared folders. You can see the status of both the disks are good. Guys, thanks for watching part 3. Hope you enjoyed the video. In part 4, we will be looking at upgrading the existing RAID to a higher level without losing any data. So stay tuned. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you will be notified when I release new content. Also, let me know in the comments below what is the largest capacity disk you own.